Hey guys, welcome to Peripheral Vision, and today we're taking a look at Nintendo 64 game cases. More specifically, these two Nintendo 64 game cases. And as you can see, they are very similar. They're two different models of the same basic idea, and this one can hold 12 games, while this one can hold 24 games. Now let's take a look inside one of these. As you can see, it has these little grooves in here that are for holding the games. Let me take a random copy of Space Station Silicon Valley, and you just put it in the little notch, and you can open, close, and retrieve your games whenever. Now, an interesting fact about these specific models is that they can actually hold Super Nintendo games as well. Let's just take our Mario Paint here, and it'll fit right into the groove there, and you can hold Super Nintendo games. I wouldn't. Not because it doesn't work well, but because imagine someone coming over to your house and be like, oh, Nintendo 64, I bet I know what's in here. Open it up, and they are betrayed, and you have betrayed your friend. So, yeah, I wouldn't use it for Super Nintendo games, but you can, technically. And close it up. Let's open up this one. This one actually has games in it. I just wanted to show you what it looks like when it's full. And one of the drawbacks for this is I put mine on a shelf, so when you pull it out, the weight goes onto this part here. And that's fine if you're only pulling it out a little way, but if you pull it out like all the way, there's a risk that this part will snap, so just be aware of that. Now overall, the aesthetic of these things is very much, it's actually not even a product of the time that the N64 was prominent. It was a product of the generation before that, because these look like something you'd put like VHS tapes in. And you can see it's got that black, boxy, wooden feel, so, and I guess the N64 came out around the era of VHS, as it wasn't quite, obviously since it was cartridge, CDs hadn't made a big splash yet, so I guess it is a product of its time. But wait, we've got another competitor. Here we have the Videomatic. Now, stop me, but it seems like these guys are pretty similar. It's almost as if the Videomatic company completely ripped off Nintendo's stuff. And they did. As you can see, it's got pretty much the exact design, down to these little grooves, the material's the same, the glossy labeling. And the only difference is that this one's a little bit taller, which serves no extra purpose, but it is. Now, I'm sure you can guess that the Nintendo brand one is higher quality than the Videomatic, but let's just do a quick shake test to make sure. You can see nothing's rattling around in there. You can hear a little bump just from the thing on the slide thing, but not too bad. Do it with the Videomatic. Hearing a lot of movement around in there. But let's take some side by side. Functionally, the centers are the same, with one little exception. As you'll notice, you can take that same Space Station Silicon and place it in your Videomatic one, and it works well enough. However, if you try to do it with Mario Paint, it doesn't really work so good, because the Videomatic one won't hold Super Nintendo games. The grooves aren't the same. But place it back in there, and you're all set. So there you have it. That is the Nintendo 64 game case, as well as its larger 24 game model, and one of its very obviously ripped off competitors. I would say pick it up. This is a really sleek, cool design. It's, again, a product of its time, and I love anything with the actual Nintendo logo on it. And it's a good value. Usually these run around $5 or $10, and it's a great thing to just put up on your shelf. The one thing it doesn't solve, though, is the end label issue. But hey, can't have everything. Later days.